our feet a treasure untold. Not just for kings, this well's for all. The soil speaks wisdom, its words don't fall. Fingers in the dirt.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to join us. All right. Let's give everybody else another 2 minutes and we will get started. It's going to be an exciting session today. We are honored and excited to have some of the best folks the world has to offer in this space of legacy nutrient deduction program. So we are so honored and excited. So in a bit, I'll bring our guest speaker up to introduce himself, and we get to learn a lot about what they do and how they can be of value to us in our community. So let's give everybody another 2 minutes and we will get started. So enjoy before we get started. And invite everybody else to join. Everyone that wants to be part of land investment, this is a good knowledge base to kind of get you really well grounded. So let's get more of our folks to join. Let's go. Wasting time, let's bring on board the Boa Safra team. Without further ado, let's introduce and give a warm welcome to Adam in the house. How are you, Adam?
Very well. How are you?
Excellent, Adam. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. You are awesome, man. I know, we've been planning this for a while, and thankfully it is happening now. So I'm really excited about that. Let me try and bring you back in, Adam. I think I just lost you for a second. All right, let me add you back. Hey, Adam. All right. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, folks. And Adam, when you and I spoke, I was kind of blown away when you told me about all of the benefits attached with having a program like this, because to me it was kind of crazy and unreal. At the point I was asking you, I remember I asked you, it sounds like it sounds creepy. And am I sure is this legit? Is this fraud? Is this, I was kind of really, really skeptical, really. Then I did my research, I realized, oh, wait a minute, this has been around for a while. And so, if you don't mind introducing yourself, Adam, tell us what the story is and why this is so critical to our community.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for the intro, and thank you everyone for coming on to the talk here and listening to me talk about ag land. Also from Colorado in the house, just wanted to put that there for everybody. So you're absolutely right. It sounds too good to be true. We get that all the time. But I want everyone to bear in mind, we utilize 4 different tax codes for this deduction based on which type of property you have and when it was purchased. These 4 tax codes have been part of the U.S. tax code since the 1960s. So it's new, but it's not new, if you know what I mean. My company uses an unofficial cutoff of properties purchased from 2010 as how far back in time we can survey properties for this particular service. And the only reason we use 2010 is that's the last year where we can say with confidence that our averages for land value for the deduction across the nation will still yield $1,000 per acre. Once it gets older than 2010, that value drops pretty steeply. If you just went back to 2005, for example, that value moves from $1,000 per acre down to about $300, and then it continues to drop as the properties get older than that. So a general overview of what the whole process is. It's real simple. And if you're asking yourself what land will qualify, that is also equally simple. It is land that is productive agriculture land. For Boa Safra, it needs to be at least 10 acres in size, but I am gathering that you all have holdings larger than that. It goes to the owner of the property. And that does not matter, as you alluded to earlier, if you are actively farming or passive, where you have tenants on the property. Does not matter. It goes to the owner of the property. And then, as I just said, was the property purchased or inherited from 2010 to present day? That's it. And this is for any sort of productive agriculture. That is row crop, can be vineyard. We're starting to get a lot more vineyards in places like California, but I know there's wine vineyards in Texas as well. But could be vineyard, orchard, pasture land, dairy farm, or timber. Now, I want to give a quick note about timber, if I could. If you have productive timber land, BOA Safra is limiting itself to working with timberland that is only pine species at the moment. So no hardwoods, just pine. Timber gets its own special code. It's code 611. Folks in Texas might be familiar with this because that is a natural resource deduction code. So that also allows for oil and natural gas. We don't do that at BOA. We simply work with agriculture products. That's a different set of folks that want to do oil and natural gas. So at the moment, we do not work with that. But for timber, we just use pine species at the moment. So just a quick overview for everybody of what the process looks like and what it actually is. So bear with me. If I say things you already know, sorry, I just want to be thorough for everyone, and then leave plenty of times for questions as well. So what we do is work with legacy nutrient deductions. Another way to talk about this is a excess nutrient load. And what, do you still have me there? I want to make sure I didn't just go drop off. Very good. Okay, just wanted to make sure. What another way to look at it is excess nutrient load. So what we do, let's assume for the moment you sign up with BOA Safra. We send you a contract, and a third of our fee will be due on the signing of the contract. Our total fee, start to finish, all in, is $40 per acre. That $40 per acre is also tax deductible as a normal business expense. So contract, third of the total payment is due at the signing of the contract. From that point, we start a 45 to 60 day time clock. That is the length of our process. It's 45 to 60 days. And here's what we're going to do. We coordinate with you when the best time is for our teams to come out, and we do some samples. Now, these are different samples than regular scheduled fertilization samples. We're after different data, and we do it a different way than what you will see on ag property every year or every 2 years, whatever the schedule might be. What we're going to do is we establish the baseline level of essential nutrients required for there to be productive ag on the property from the time of purchase. Then we establish how much of those nutrients are in excess or in addition to the baseline level from the time of purchase. Then it's a simple calculation. Each of those nutrients has a market value. Whatever the market value was from the time of purchase times the amount in excess, that's what builds the overall deduction value. And then we compile some reports for you. We take all this data, we put it into reports. And these are the reports. Once finished, it's when the last payments come due, you get your reports and you take those to your tax professionals and you file your taxes. In the reports, we're going to show all the data that we collected. You're going to get to see the actual physical weight of each of those nutrients in your soil from when we took the samples. Also in there, in that report is going to be our suggested, you don't have to listen to it, but suggested example of a 7-year amortized depreciation schedule. So you take the deduction over a 7-year period, we give you an example of what that would look like. How you take the deduction, that's up to you and your tax professionals. Everybody's situation is going to be different. We have folks that do it as an aggressive 3-year. Well, they'll do 60% of the value one year, 30% the next year, 10% the year after that. We have folks doing it as a 5-year, as a 7. We just heard a couple of weeks ago a gentleman is going to do it as a 10-year deduction schedule. Now, what I will say is, let's say you do this on this property and then you have plans to purchase more properties in the future. How you do the schedule for your first property, the IRS would like you to maintain that depreciation schedule on all future properties. So on this property that you have now, you do a 5-year schedule. Every other property you do for this deduction, they would want you to maintain that and keep it as a 5-year schedule. Just planning for the future there. That is pretty much our entire process there. The best part about BOA is, one, we are the pioneers in this particular field. We invented these processes, not invented, we perfected and fine-tuned these processes. The data collection is made better by the work that we've done, which is why you didn't hear a lot about this process in the 1990s. The technology wasn't there to get the data required for this deduction out of the soils. It's here now, and we are pioneering these processes. So during your auditable years, BOA will stand behind its reports during your auditable years. I know everyone's concerned about a tax audit. Rest assured, we have a very, very low rate. We have been audited before. We have 100% audit success defense rate with all customers to date. And we will stand behind our reports and be there for you during your auditable years if it happens. Our rate right now is a little less than 2% of customers across the country. And by across the country, we have customers in Hawaii and Alaska as well. I wouldn't mind being on the soil teams that go to Hawaii. That would be very fun for me, but that's okay. Colorado's still nice. I will take it. And that is basically the entire process for you in a nutshell, and anything that could happen at the back end.